5 things you should never do in a relationship. Number 1, ignore your other friends. Number 2, try to control or change your partner. 3, give up your own goals or dreams. 4, act needy or insecure. And 5, let your partner make all the decisions. Want to understand people better? Here are 3 psychology tips to keep in mind. Number 1, haters don't actually hate you. They generally hate themselves and they see what they want to be in you, and when they can't have that, they take their frustration out on you. Number 2, when someone lies to you, it shows that they don't really respect you enough to tell you the truth, and somewhere they think that you're stupid enough not to know the difference. And number 3, if you become quiet and someone automatically assumes that it's their fault, it's usually because of a guilty conscience. Somewhere or the other, they think they've hurt you. They might have done something that you don't know about. Don't judge anyone, because you know their name, but not their story. You see their smile, not their pain. You notice their cuts, but not their scars. You can read their lips, but not their minds. 5 signs you're an overthinker. Number 1, you second guess everything. 2, you catastrophize or expect the worst. 3, you take things personally even when they're not. 4, you're never 100% certain. And 5, you hate making decisions. 5 ways to stop overthinking. Number 1, ask yourself if what you're worrying about is something that you can actually change. If you can't, then stop worrying about it. Number 2, write it down. A lot of times writing things down helps put things into perspective. Number 3, actually schedule a time later that you're gonna think about this issue, and then give yourself 15 minutes at that time to really think about things, rather than randomly thinking about the same issue over and over again throughout the day. Number 4, every time you find yourself overthinking, distract yourself. Force yourself to watch videos, call someone on the phone, go for a jog. And number 5, stay present focused. Don't allow yourself to think of what ifs. Firmly tell yourself no. Have you ever heard the saying, kill people with kindness? You know what? Don't bother. Because honestly, some people don't deserve it. Kill toxic people with your silence. Because not everyone deserves your attention. 3 tips to help reduce stress. Number 1, psychologists say that having at least 1 lazy day per week can not only reduce stress, but it also reduces high blood pressure and the risk of having a stroke. Number 2, smelling chocolate has been found to slow down brain waves, making us feel more calm. Number 3, learning to ignore certain people is often one of the greatest paths to inner peace. According to psychologists, life gets much easier when we delete from it those people who make it stressful. 5 rules of happiness. Don't worry, don't hate, give more, expect less, and live simply. 4 interesting facts about human behavior. Number 1, 90% of people will text things that they can't actually say in person. Number 2, 94% of people will fake a laugh when they didn't understand something in a conversation. Number 3, 98% of the time when someone says they need to talk to you about something, all the things that you've recently done wrong run through your mind. And number 4, 78% of the time, the people who are always cheering other people up are unhappy themselves somewhere in their lives. 3 psychological facts to help you understand women better. Number 1, 80% of women use silence to express pain. You know that she's truly hurt when she chooses to ignore you. Number 2, a woman will generally only argue with people that she actually cares about. So the less she argues with you, the less she cares about you. And number 3, cuddling will put a woman into a peaceful state of mind. It can even reduce stress and strengthen her heart. I know most people don't want to hear this, but real relationships that last involve a lot of forgiveness. You have to accept the fact that your partner is not perfect and they're gonna hurt you. They're gonna disappoint you, they're gonna upset you. You have to figure out whether or not they're worth going through the ups and downs with. You know what? Staying in a relationship just because you love someone is not worth it. Love is not all that you need. Reassurance is what you need. Happiness is what you need. Knowing every day that you're their favorite person, that is what you need. If you have to choose between being kind and being right, choose being kind, and you will always be right. Listen carefully. It's okay to fight for someone who loves you, but it is never okay to fight for someone to love you. There's a huge difference. Can I say something? Forgive anyone who's caused you harm or pain. Keep in mind that forgiving is not for others. It's for you. Forgiving is not forgetting, it's remembering without anger. Forgiveness opens up a pathway to a new place of peace where you can continue to persist despite what's happened to you. So you want to apologize to someone. Simple. The best apology is changed behavior.
The wrong person makes you beg for attention, affection, love, and commitment. The right person gives you these things because they love you. All relationships have one law. Never make the one you love feel alone, especially when you're there.